Hi, I'm Jeff Bryant from Bryant's Karate, and welcome to my dojo. Today, we're going to go over a little bit more of the history of Isshin-ryu, the basics of Isshin-ryu, as well as dojo etiquette. In the last episode, we didn't talk about what we do as martial artists when we come into the dojo and out of the dojo. It's very important for respect to bow when you enter the dojo and when you leave the dojo, as well as when we start classes and end classes. So today we're going to go over the bow and a little terminology with that. When you enter the class, the feet should be together, heels facing the dojo, hands should be to your side, thumbs tucked in, and the first part of the bow is attention, which is cascade, so it'll be cascade, and rei, which is bow. When we leave the dojo, we do it the same way. We face the inner part of the dojo. We do not face the outer part of the dojo with our back to the dojo. So again, feet together, hands to your side. Cascade attention, rei, bow. Beginning classes, we do two different types of bows. We do an informal bow, and we also do a formal bow. An informal bow is basically the same way when we enter the class, except for we step out. So when we start the class with the informal bow, it's cascade. We step out with our left foot, with our eyes straight ahead, step back, and then rei, bow. So together it's cascade, rei, and that is our informal bow. Our formal bow is Caesar. Caesar, we get in position, we go down on our left foot first, our right foot crosses the back of our left, our obi from last class, we remember our obi is our belt. Our belt is tucked in, so we tuck in our obi. Our hands are in a nice tight Isshin-ryu fist with the thumb on top and down. So with the formal bow, it's cascade, which is attention, so we raise up in attention, rei, bow. And the way we do this is in a series. So if we had 4 black belts and we have a senior Q, which is the leading belt under black belt, would all say it one at a time. So it would be cascade attention, rei, bow, for respect for the workout. Also, last episode, we went over terminology where we talked a little bit about the obi, which is our belt, the gi, which is our uniform, and the area we work out in, which is the dojo. Today we'd also like to demonstrate how to tie your obi. First we are going to remove the obi. When we tie our obi, the first thing is to find the center of the obi. With that, we take our obi, we find the center, and you're going to place the obi right at your navel, right above your belly button. It's going to go around, and it's important to make sure that both links are even. With that, the left part of your obi is going to go down. The right one is going to go over, and this is the tricky part. It's got to go over and under both belt loops. So both of the belts. So when we look at it, it's tight right here. From there, we take the left part and it goes over and under, and it's important to pull side to side. If we pull this way, we get a funny knot. We want to pull side to side, nice and tight, and with that we get a little fortune cookie that's actually going to point to our left. If we don't tie it correctly, I see a lot of the beginning students that'll tie it this way. And as you can see, it flops off and it falls off a lot easier. So again, we have the left down, the right over and under, left over right, pull. We should have a nice little fortune cookie pointing to our left.
Get yourself ready. Is the seatbelt on your couch fastened tight? Do you have a file handy for chewed off fingernails? Make sure you do, and hang on tight, because the fat man cometh. There are other cop shows, others that want your attention, but nothing will command your attention like the amazingly horrendous things you'll see people heartlessly do on Fat TV. The men and women of Fugitive Apprehension TV.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody... I remember what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
We're back and we're going to go through our basic punches 5 through 9. First, we're going to repeat what we did on the last episode. Remember that you can go to Oxford Community Television and like us on Facebook and get a link to all of our shows here at Bryant Karate, my dojo. Basic punch, number 1, we are in ready position for our basic punches. We are toe to toe, heel to heel, legs are slightly bent, our fists are on our obi. We're going to step forward right, we're going to punch. Step left, and punch. Step back, punch, step back, punch. All punches are going to somebody our own size to the solar plex. Punch number 2, stepping forward right is the uppercut. We are going to turn our fist at our obi, slightly bending our wrist and driving straight through to the bridge of our opponent's nose. Again, somebody your own size. Each, ne, san, shi. Ready position. Basic punch number 3 is the reverse punch. Same as number 1, stepping right and punching left. Each, ne, san, shi. Ready position. Number 4 is the reverse uppercut. Stepping forward with the right foot, each, ne, san, shi. Ready position. And that is our review for basic punches number 1 through 4. In detail, again, check back at our last episode on YouTube. Now we're going to go through basic punches number 5 through 9. I'm going to step you through those, and then I'm going to work with a partner to show you what we call bunkai. Bunkai is the definition of the movements in a self-defense application. So first, number 5 is, again, we're at ready position. Stepping right is a low block reverse punch, so we're going to catch chest high, we're going to block low, and reverse punch. Step left, catch, block low, reverse punch, step back, and step back. At normal speed, each, ne, san, shi. Ready position. From a side view, would be each, ne, san, shi. Ready position. Basic punch number 5. Number 6 is a middle block reverse punch. Again, our feet are toe to toe, heel to heel, Legs are slightly bent and the back is straight. Hands on our obi. Each, we're going to step forward. We're going to catch it, our obi. We are going to throw a middle block and a reverse punch. Step forward, catch, block, reverse punch. Step back, catch, block, reverse punch, and one more time. All of our basics are done in a series of 4. Stepping up twice, stepping back twice. Giving our right side and our left side equal opportunity to train, forward and backwards. Live speed, each, ne, son, she. From the side view, each, ne, son, she. Ready position. Number 7 is where we start introducing open hand techniques. Number 7 is the same muscle memory that we would do for number 6, except for our hands are open. We're going to step up, catch, open hand middle block with a fingertip strike to the throat. Knee, we're going to step up, catch open-handed, middle block, fingertip strike. Step back, catch, open hand middle block, fingertip strike. Catch, block, and strike. From the side view, each, ne, son, she. Ready position. Forward in real speed, each, ne, son, she. Ready position. Number 8 is going to be introducing high blocks. Remembering that when we throw a high block, the key is to protect our head. So all of our blocks should be above our head. Number 8 is set up for a hard object. We are going to be blocking with the bone part of our arm with our palm facing the sky, again above our head. With that, we are blocking with the bone part of the arm. With the bone part of the arm, the palm is going to be facing the sky, exposing the bone. Whenever blocking something soft, we want to use something hard. When we're blocking something hard, we want to use something soft. So if a soft object is coming at us, we want to attack it and hit it with something hard to try to destroy that object. But the opposite, if something hard is coming at us, if we block a stick with something hard, it's actually going to give. Something's got to give. One of the two things that are hard have to give. Okay? With that, it's going to be your arm. Okay? So what we want to do in some cases is block with the fatty part of the arm or the muscle. So blocking a hard object, we would want to use the muscle. The bone is what we would use for a soft object. Basic exercise number 8 is a high open hand block with a high uppercut. Each, we're going to step forward, we're going to catch, turn the palm face the sky. When we do that, it exposes the bone, and we have our hard object in high uppercut. Knee, step up, block, high uppercut. Son, step back, block, high uppercut, step back, block, high uppercut. In life speed, each, knee, son, she. From the side. Each, knee, son, she. Ready position. Again, we have two different high blocks. One is the one number 8, then we have number 9, which is a closed fist block with the fatty part of the arm blocking a hard object with a straight punch. So, ready position, each step forward, We're going to catch, high block, punch. Step, high block, punch. Stepping back, high block, punch, and again. Real speed. Ich, ne, son, she. Ready position. Side view. Ich, ne, son, she. Ready position. Basic punch, number 5 through 9.
I'm program director.
Production supervisor.
Producer, editor.
All right, Mr. Tweedle, are you ready?
I'm an editor at Oxford Community Television.
I am the station manager.
We're rolling. I'm proud to be a producer here at Oxford Community Television.
Action.
What do you do at OCTV?
I do science in the news and auto talk.
Politicians.
I'm sorry, I didn't say the right things.
What do I do? I'm a jack of all trades.
Actually, I almost got to play a dead body. You made more money if you played a dead body.
I love working here.
I graduated from Bell and Howell.
I went to school for it.
Team player here.
Hi, Kelly.
Dave.
I bring all the shows that you watch together.
In the business for 40 years. I've been a production manager, I've been a program manager, I've been a general manager.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wham! Wham! I'm a big part of the Addison Living Show.
OCTV has some of the most imaginative people working here.
You can take a story and turn it into something visual.
I'm constantly an individual who wants to learn things.
I do this because we are your voice.
Oh, I love to do music stuff here with OCTV.
I love enthusiasm. I love people who enjoy their job.
He can do that.
Anything about broadcasting, I just really loved it.
We want you.
I am.
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 I am OCTV.
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 We can do this.
Now we're going to explain the bunkeye for basic punches 5 through 9. With me, I have Dave Monroe. He's a 2nd degree black belt at Bryant's Karate, and he's part of my dojo. With that, we're going to face each other, skate attention, ready bow, and ready position. Ready position, we're toe to toe, heel to heel, our legs are slightly bent, and our hands are tight on our obi. With our basic punch number 5, I'm going to catch, and I'm going to low block, and I'm going to strike. With that, Mr. Monroe is going to throw a strike with his left foot, and I'm going to step in, and I'm going to low block, and I'm going to strike afterwards. So with that, each and punch. Nay and punch. With that, I am actually, it's a block, but it's also a strike. I'm setting in my first 2 knuckles, which are called the Seiken knuckles, and I'm driving them into his leg as I'm striking. With that, I get the benefit of striking his leg and blocking it, and also making him not want to kick me anymore. Okay? That would be basic bunkeye for basic punch number 5. We're going to move on to basic punch number 6. Number 6 is for, there's 2 types of punches that somebody's going to be throwing at you on the street. You're going to have somebody that might be a trained fighter or a trained puncher like a boxer or a karate person. They would be throwing straight punches. With that straight punch, we would use basic punch number 6, which we would do a middle block with a reverse punch. So Mr. Monroe is going to throw a single punch. I'm going to block, and I'm going to strike. With that, with his arm out, you can see when I throw this block, again, my idea is if I can actually block with these 2 knuckles and drive them in and strike. So with that, a little bit faster, each, and punch. Nay, and punch. With this, as I step, my block comes in, and I'm actually coming down into my middle block and setting, allowing his hand to come forward. With a trained fighter, martial arts, boxing, or anything else, when they fight, the brain doesn't trigger to tell them to throw their second technique until their first technique is actually done. So when Mr. Monroe throws it, if I stop this punch dead in its tracks, it's going to tell his body to hurry up and throw that other punch. He's going to throw it straight in. With that, I don't want this punch to stop, so I don't stop it dead. I block, and I actually help it move a little bit forward by this motion right here and striking before his brain triggers to go. And of course, you're going to have people say, yes, I can punch with my hand out. They have no power in that. So with that, the more momentum I can have him go, here, he comes forward, and I'm striking. That would be real basic bunkeye for number 6. We can add a little bit more to that with 2 punches. So Mr. Monroe is going to punch here. As I do my catch, this here, boom. Then he's going to throw his other punch, boom, and then strike. So a little bit faster each, boom, boom. There. Nay. Here. So also with that, he could be throwing 1 punch crossed, and I can do the same thing, catch. Now my middle block, I keep him going forward, so I don't really have to worry about him retaliating, punching off this hand. I'm pulling him forward. Now my block becomes a strike to his head and set my punch in. So with that, each, and strike. That gets a little bit more advanced. Number 7, on the other hand, it kind of works the same way as basic punch number 6, but I can control the hand a little bit better because it's open. So when Mr. Monroe throws a punch, I catch with that. Now I can control his head, strike here, and now I can actually come in. The same movements. Also, if he throws a single punch, he can come in. I'm going to strike. I'm going to block. And then with this, I'm going to fingertip strike. The reason I show this with the hands going here is because of the different things I can do. So we're going to do it off the other way so you can see a little bit better. Mr. Monroe is going to strike. I do my open hand block. Now when I do my fingertip strike, we show it this way. Traditionally, in the Ishinryu karate system, number 7 was thrown this way. Block. The palm was facing the sky. With this is traditional, and they were driving to the throat. What I've done with my system here at Bryant's Karate is I've taken it and block here, and I've changed it to here because all the bunkeye that I teach from there for women's self-defense, kids self-defense, is I don't want their palm facing here, I want their palm facing this way for memory, muscle memory, okay? If I got them throwing this, muscle memory, but then I tell them on the street, I want you to palm heel to the face. Now they have to remember to turn it after doing thousands upon thousands with the palm this way. They're in a life-threatening situation, and they have to turn it over. Didn't make a lot of sense to me, so I have my people block, strike. Also, they can block, strike. They can block, eye gouge. We teach the women in the self-defense classes. One of the great things about an eye gouge is it's pretty gross, but what I want them to do is get DNA. You get them in the face, you get some of their skin and their blood in there, you have some DNA. That is the perfect witness. Take some of them with you. So again, with number 7, strike, palm, heel of the face, eye gouge, here, there. All that comes from our basic punches. Now with that, most of the people on the street are going to throw wild punches. Very seldomly do you see them come in and throw a nice tight punch or a nice tight punch to the face to where this middle block works. If they're throwing a wild punch and I throw a middle block, chances are I'm going to knock myself out with my block. So Mr. Monroe is going to throw a haymaker punch, and I'm going to block it, and you can see if I block his arm, I'm catching right here, the snap of it is going to aid him into hitting me. Okay? So most of my kids, we practice the middle block, but for our punching techniques, what they do is I have them throw high blocks, the high rising blocks from punch number 9 and punch number 8. So Mr. Monroe is going to throw that whooping punch. Now I'm rising it up high. With that, I'm exposing all of his vitals in here to attack. Okay? So with the wild punches, you want to do the high blocks, high uppercut. Okay? Same thing, we'll show it off the other side. Block and uppercut. The myth about the uppercut is a lot of people like to see the uppercuts, like we had talked about, from here going to the bridge of the nose or the mouth. The uppercut works very good going to the ribs because of the direction. So Mr. Monroe throws it, I'm here, and if I can uppercut him here, so if he's turned, it actually fits perfect between his ribs and separates. So with that, we've had a little bit more bunkai to go with it. It can also be used, like we had said, if somebody's coming overhead with an overhead attack. Now with that being said again, what I teach my kids is, I don't really want them trying to figure out whether an object is hard or soft. I just assume everything is hard. Because that way there, if you assume it's hard, you're going to do the right thing. If you assume it's soft and it turns out to be hard, they're going to expose the bone and they could hurt it. So I tell the kids, block with the muscle almost every time. The only exception would be if they actually have a sharp object and somebody's coming at him with a knife, then they would want to use the bone versus, that's the only exception that I teach. So with that, Mr. Monroe can be coming overhead and I'm striking here, and with that, okay, I can come in, strike here. I can also come in here, grab his arm, and bring him down. Okay? Lots of different things we can be going over, and we'll be hitting those more with the next episodes. That is the bunkai. Mr. Monroe, cascade attention, Ray bow. That's the bunkai for our basic punches. I'd just like to thank you for checking in on Bryant's Karate and watching my dojo. And we'll end with a bow, cascade attention, Ray bow, and sayonara.